There you go.
Good evening. Let us just go over here. Let's go to the comments. You should
Draw
have.
comments.
No, there's nothing going on. Hello, anybody there? Can you see us?
It's been 18 seconds. Comment. I'll comment on my phone.
You do
I'll
that.
see if the comments come up.
Good evening. I'm just waiting for everybody else to come in and join us if they'd like to.
Can you stop the Bigfoot?
Can you spot the Bigfoot in the background? Hello.
Okay, you can see.
Right. Okay. Right. So this evening, oh, look at that. We have a visitor from London there. That is
A lesser spotted Bigfoot.
a lesser spotted Bigfoot. This is the tailor's other half. That is Sheldon. Say hello, Sheldon.
Hi.
As you can tell by the accent, he's not from this country. You know.
Okay.
He's from London.
Can they hear us clearly?
Yeah, they can hear us quite clearly. Can you all hear us all right? Hiya, Wayne. Wayne is from Essex Paranormal. He's a friend of mine. He's a good guy. Yeah.
Hello.
So, right.
I look like Lord Farquaad.
You look like Lord Farquaad. Donkey's going to get a smacked bottom. Right. So tonight, what were we going to talk about? Basically, all the weird and wonderful stuff that's been going on in the world, and also I'm hoping that a few people might just jump on and join us if I can remember how to send them the link. Here we go. Let's do that. And then I just have to go over here. Bear with me. It will make sense. And then I go like that. Right up. There you go. If anybody would like to join in with us, they are more than welcome to. What is this?
I can taste everything.
What is that? Blackberry gin.
Yeah, blackcurrant gin.
Blackcurrant gin. Me likey. Right. So, tell me about your childhood. Is it a bit naff?
Fair not to say.
So, what have we all been up to this week? Avoiding getting COVID, I hope, and possibly doing exactly the same as me. Avoiding having a very shiny head. Look at this, shiny. And doing lots of and spookinery, truth beyond paranormal. Yes. Lots of DIY and gardening and painting and up ladders and fitting spotlights and Christ knows what else we have been doing. What's that?
Evening, guys. Glad to catch you. Got home from work half an hour ago.
Well, you are more than welcome. The more, the merrier. So, for anybody else who, or from HAPRC, who would like to join in, because you're more than welcome to, I've left the link to join me in the chat. So, you're welcome to join us. So, what has been going on this week? Well, first of all, I have got a story of a mum that was freaked out as a haunted Frozen doll that she kicked out and put in the bin. Apparently, mysteriously keeps coming back.
It's not like her child would go in the bin. Ooh. There's Elsa.
Like when you had teddy bears chucked out and I went in the bin and rescued them because I didn't think it was fair and they were nice teddy bears. Yes, that was just, yes, anyway. Right. This is very strange, but bear with me, right? This is this week's stuff. So, a mum from Houston has taken to social media to reveal why she believes her daughter, Aurelia, has a haunted Elsa doll.
That's a pretty name.
Aurelia. It's a lovely name. It's not Ariola, it's Aurelia. So there is a difference.
I don't like it anymore.
In a viral post on Facebook, which has now been deleted, Emily Madonia, I thought it said Emily Madonna, her younger sister, explained what that Aurelia's toy had first started to freak out when it began singing and talking in Spanish.
Oh,
hello, everybody. Not quite sure why Elsa, the doll, would start talking to them in Spanish, but maybe it's Dora the Explorer's cousin. Do you think?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. See, no paranormal event there. We've just sorted that one. Right. And this is what Emily wrote about it. Matt threw it away weeks ago, and when we found it inside and on a wooden bench in the shed. That's truly paranormal, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Worthy of this show. Okay, so like okay, guys, got weirded out, and I like tightly wrapped it in its own garbage bag, and I put the garbage bag inside another garbage bag filled with other garbage, and I put it in the bottom of our garbage can underneath a bunch of other bags of garbage, and I like wheeled it out to the curb, and it was collected on garbage day. So you can kind of get the general feel as to what this lady is trying to say. No, Buzz Lightyear did something with Elsa, but we're just not going to go into that. Naughty. No, Kito. Yes. And after throwing it out didn't work, it appeared again. And then Emily decided that the only way to be rid of the thing for good was to send it far, far away to a galaxy far, far away. So she posted it to her friend Chris that lives over 1,500 miles away. And he'd been entertained by the tale of the haunted doll. She confirmed that Chris has since received Elsa, who has taped the creepy toy to the bonnet of his car to stop it from going anywhere. What? Just you taped Elsa to the bonnet of your car, and you're driving around with Elsa from Frozen taped to your car.
Yeah.
Good evening, Tracy. Unsurprisingly, people on Facebook were shocked by the post. One person commented, "You should have burned it. If it doesn't burn, then it's possessed." And another said, "I have thoroughly enjoyed following this saga. Be sure to post if the doll returns." What a crazy question.
If I was her friend, I would have sent it straight back. Oh.
Just so there you go. That's one of the weird things that has been happening so far this week. You've got a haunted Elsa doll that apparently speaks in Spanish for a start. So haunted Elsa who keeps going, "Swipe and no swiping." So yes, all right. Make of that one what you will. So let's get some more things up that happened this week. So what have we got? A shop owner catches a ghost on CCTV. Stop doing that, please.
I found a ghost.
Whilst moving a crate away from employee so she doesn't fall.
I found a ghost.
Where's the ghost? That's a German Shepherd called Ghost.
I would do that to freak my mum out.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Do you know, to be absolutely honest, do you know what I did last night to freak my other daughter out, who, if you were watching us about 10 minutes ago, you would have seen her. There's a plastic spider, about that big, black one, that my son keeps trying to scare everybody with. And he knows that Becky's petrified of plastic spiders. So last night when she was on video chat with somebody, I decided to scare her with it and put it on her shoulder and throw it at her and everything. The air was blue and she was running around shouting and swearing and cursing, and it, to be absolutely honest, a good time was had by all, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So let me just catch up with the questions and stuff a moment. Hi Ines, hi everybody.
We can't see some of your names because you haven't logged in.
Yeah, I can't see a lot of the questions. Would anybody, Ness, Tina, anybody, if you would like to join us, you're more than welcome to join in. You can join in the banter if you want, and because I'd like to ask some of our other presenters what they think of these things that I'm talking about. It'd be nice to have you on here, and I promise I won't be too bad. And we'll see what you think. So anyway, where were we? Right now, we were talking about this haunting that was captured on CCTV. Right, this is in Scotland. 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 They wear the wee badger handbags.
I'll fight for our freedom. Oh, Scotland.
You mean they'll take our freedom, but
they may take our lives, but they'll never take our
sweeties?
If you want, you can keep your sweets. If you want. Hello, everyone.
Anyway, let's have a look at this one. The owner of Bawtry Hill Supermarket in Irvine, Scotland, claims a ghost pulled the step out from underneath the woman's foot, causing her to fall. Oh, it does look, to be fair, it does look like she's doing aerobics. Look, there's the step.
It looks pretty believable.
We've got to watch the video. So This is in the Daily Mirror, so if you want to have a look for yourself, you can. Whoever that new Facebook user is, I said hi with a wavy hand. Hi. Oh yes, we will get to the aliens thing in a minute. I will do an aliens for everybody, including Ness, who is my #1 fan. I will do a big one for her. CCTV footage of the tumble shows the employee going to stand on the crate before it flies away from her, and she crashes to the floor. In the video, there's a clear gap between the bottom of Elise's foot and the crate. The shop's owner said the store's resident ghost called. What's the resident ghost called?
Stacy.
Stacy, the resident ghost.
Quite like her mum. She's got it going on.
She got cake. She got cake. She got ghost cake.
Platinum cheek.
Apparently, she was behind the prank. Stacy.
We can't see a comment.
Who's comment? Jacqueline, can't see a comment. It's come up there, but there's nothing on there. Never take my heed back from spikes on London Bridge. Not sure what you mean, but yeah.
Oh, it's in correlation to that.
I wouldn't do that. I would do that to freak my mum out, but keep bringing it all back in the house. Never take my head back from spikes on London Bridge.
It's head.
Take my head back from spikes. Did your head get jammed on spikes on London Bridge?
Yeah. I get it. It's all right. Some rocks are heavier than others. Let's carry on.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. Let's carry on.
You're adopted.
I know.
Right. But yeah, so we're going to put the video up, and we're going to view it now, and we are going to see that. That was a good tumble. That was a good tumble.
Mr. Tumble.
Let's put it on full screen. He's laughing his head off. Let's just rewind this a minute. Yeah.
What?
No, you need to rewind it a bit more.
Oh, she kicks it. She kicked it out from under her. Look, what? She
Say it again.
She stands on the side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
She did. She did.
Stacy. Listen.
Stacy didn't do that.
We've had enough of this.
I think the lady's name was Elise.
William Wallace.
No, it wasn't William Wallace. I'm actually related to William Wallace and Rob Roy, because Rob Roy gave William Wallace a parcel of land to the Clan Crawford, and the Clan Crawford, which is where my Scottish half comes from. There was two brothers who had a feud. Totally useless piece of information for you. And they split. They had this massive feud, and then they split, and that's why there's two spellings of the name Crawford.
So there's Crawford, like the people that make
biscuits, and there's Crawford with a U. And my side of the family are related to the one that came with a U. And
because your mum was Crawford, and she married.
Right, that's right. And my Irish side of the family is related to Thorkel the Tall, who was a Viking mercenary.
I don't know where they got the tool from.
What are you trying to say?
I mean, we're the same height. I keep forgetting that. I keep thinking I'm taller than him, but we're actually the same height.
So anyway, having just reviewed the footage of the resident ghost Stacy flipping out a step from underneath the
basically in the video, the
poor
step's
Elise's
here
foot.
and her foot goes here, and you can tell
she misses the
she-
step
yeah,
and kicks it, and it goes
pushes the step
sideways.
out.
And then she goes, "Wow!" and shouts things like "Ach and Meek and Ach and Macbeth" and stuff like that. So it's very, very entertaining. I do give it a 6 out of 10 for artistic interpretation. Yeah, because the pirouette she did was really cool. But thank you. Right, so let's have a look here. Price slashed on UK's spookiest house with 50 tombstones in the front garden. Oh, this sounds interesting.
I don't like. Well, no, I like walking through graveyards, but I couldn't sleep.
It is it's a converted Methodist church in a picturesque Norfolk village of North Lothian.
Would you live there?
See, I have a thing about if it was originally a church and it's been converted as somebody's house, I wouldn't, purely because it was. I'm not particularly religious in the slightest, but it's the fact that people who were religious were buried there and in those grounds, and then somebody's come along and turned it into a house and basically desecrated it. So I don't think I would.
Yeah, it's like it's not the same as building on a burial, but it's kind of the same concept,
Well,
right?
well, I mean, there's 50 graves in the garden of this converted Methodist
Oh,
church.
someone likes this. Where is it?
Let me tell you again. It is estate agents desperate to sell Britain's spookiest house, which has a graveyard in the front garden, have slashed the asset almost a third. And it is a converted picturesque Norfolk village of North Lotham. I'll spell that for you. Lopham. North Lotham in Norfolk.
Okay.
All right.
Where's the cave?
It's in Norfolk.
No, but
No, I know exactly what they're on about, and I can't remember where on earth it is. But what? Right. So, despite the massive, look at the price! Look at the price! They've dropped the price of the Grade 2 listed property from 630,000 down to 450,000. And to be fair, when you look at the picture, it's a massive house.
And also, if you dig deep enough, you get free Halloween ornaments. Sorry.
Do you see what I put up with?
Oh yeah, no, I'd never walk over a grave, but they have a pathway in between.
Yeah, there's pathway in that, but it's the fact that
you don't have a front garden.
You could put fake cobwebs over it, and it would look good for Halloween. But as far as digging down is concerned, you see bear with me just 1 minute. Somebody has put half a bottle of lemonade all over my laptop. So just bear with me whilst we just try and sort this out. And my laptop doesn't go bang, because if it does go bang, I'm not going to be impressed in the slightest. So talk amongst yourselves a minute whilst we just do this. I don't know what you've done, but just just try mopping it. Yes, if you could, please.
Sorry.
I'm now wearing most of it. Yeah, you're sorry. You will be bloody sorry, so don't worry about that. Right, come on, these people.
Okay, sorry.
Although they're probably wetting themselves laughing at the fact my sock is soaked. My jeans are soaked. You can pour me one of them now, please. Oh, and looks like all the lemonade has now gone into Lindsay's underwear drawer.
Oh well. It went in my phone as well, so.
Right.
Oh, please stand by.
Please stand.
Oh.
I am wearing it. Look,
Okay,
my
wait,
crotch is soaked.
my leggings were grey. White grey.
No, you just peed yourself. That's what that
No.
was. It's up my arms.
We shouldn't have got the cheap lemonade.
You bought it, not me.
I know.
This is why you don't drink and do
I'm not drinking.
radio shows, because you tend to spill it.
I didn't mean to.
Everywhere.
He's making me feel bad. Guys, can you comment and just tell him to stop making me feel bad? Picture of
Oh God, and it's all over the floor. Right, let's just stand on this a minute. Right.
Well, now I'm more confident on here because I can't do anything more embarrassing. Let's carry on.
Right, let's just put my foot on somewhere that's dry. Oh, it's on my phone and my tablet as well.
It's right. Your phone's waterproof, you're fine.
Oh yeah. How did spilling lemonade on my tablet manage to change a page?
Sorry.
Oh, and it's going mad.
I need my jammy.
Talk to them. You did this.
Basically, he took the lemonade from me, so I can't even show you.
Oh, sugar.
But it's really thin plastic on the lemonade, and I poured it, and I didn't hold it with two hands, so I poured it and it just bent. And
have you buggered this up? Right, hang on.
No,
hang on. Right, here we go.
And it went everywhere. Sorry, at least you had a good laugh out of it. There you go. Boom. You can't have a go at me when we finish this because I made people laugh. Views. You're welcome, everyone. He bought you an extra glass so you can have a drink.
Explosion! Thank you very much. No, you got to do that noise again. Let's that noise again.
So the viewers can hear.
Love that. Right.
It wasn't even a diet stuff, it was a nice stuff.
So, estate agents are desperate to sell Britain's spookiest and, funnily enough, driest house.
It might not be dry.
Well, it's not going to be covered in lemonade, I know that. which has a graveyard in the front
How about a
garden.
sticky night?
I don't need to know that. I'm your father. You know, but thank you so much. Thank you very much, young man. Cheers, everybody.
He was passing it under the camera, so they didn't have to see. It was so nice.
I have to say, I thoroughly. Is it blackcurrant or blackberry gin?
Blackberry.
Blackberry gin. Thoroughly recommend it.
I'll show him.
Provided you get the lemonade in the bottle.
Hang on.
Are you done?
Yeah. I'm just okay. They can see. I'm just recommending it. Get the expensive lemonade because it doesn't flip out.
Anyway, as I was saying, now we're quietly drying out. Now my crutch is still soaking wet.
A moistened gusset.
I have a moistened merkin. Yes. Holy cod pieces, Batman. Right. Dear. Let's back to the story about the haunted house. Estate agents.
Product placement. Yeah, we're sponsored by gin.
Do you know what? Funnily enough. Estate agents desperate to sell Britain's spookiest house.
Hello, Kelly.
Hello, Kelly.
Mulberry gin. Yeah, you like mulberry gin, don't you?
Mulberry, yes, Mulberry gin, and I really like elderflower gin.
We have another 40 minutes in these sticky clothes. Anyway, world's most haunted house.
That sounds so wrong.
Britain's most haunted house. Little
So
voucher
wrong.
in post.
No, elderflower gin and oh god, my sock is so.
I'm sorry.
Rhubarb gin, absolutely love rhubarb gin. Anyway, right, where were we saying? So buyers apparently have been scared off by the 50 tombstones in the garden of the converted Methodist church, which, to be honest, when you look at it, it's really open.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a graveyard.
And to be fair, you would have the most banging house for Halloween. Not sure the residents in the front garden would agree, but you would.
Well, you never know. They might support it.
And to be fair, no, they're probably supporting the foundations of the place.
If I can't make jokes about digging, you can't make those kinds of jokes. Tell him. Everyone tell him. Tell him off. Inappropriate jokes.
I shall call her Mini-Me.
Passion fruit gin. Oh.
Passion fruit gin. Oh.
That sounds nice.
So anyway, as you can see, this is how the Dark Mirror show generally, as a rule, for the last 3 years has gone. Just saying. I still have a damp gusset.
Ooh. A leaky gusset.
Oh, suit you, sir.
Oh, suit you.
It should look like a startled deer in a headlight, sir. Oh, did you want it?
Oh.
Anyway, the newly renovated 3-bedroom property has never been lived in. Selling agent Bedfords, all right, in Norfolk, right? Bedfords.
Never. Maybe the thought.
Maybe I'd never be inappropriate. Have failed to flog it for more than 18 months. They've dropped the price of the Grade 2 listed property, as I said, from just over $500,000 to 450,000.
But how many bedrooms is it?
3, but it is
53.
It's got 3. It's a 3-bedroom place, but it's got an annex with 50 extra bedrooms in it.
Cozy.
Very cozy. Despite the massive discount, Bedfords, the estate agents who are selling this place, are still struggling to attract buyers at the spooky mansion. And they maintain that anyone can look beyond the tombstones, and if they do, they'll realise they're getting a.
It looks beautiful.
It does look lovely inside. It's a shame you guys can't see this.
Link I can type in if you want. Oh, I can't even type.
It's because you're drunk, really. You've already spilt lemonade everywhere. So, you know.
I can comment on
to be fair, it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's got a balcony that runs around on the first floor.
See if you can get it.
You see if you can get it to focus. Whilst I just change my damp sock. There you are. Look at that. That's just the front room. And as you can see, it's got a gallery that runs around the top, going into the various bedrooms.
No leaky faucets.
No leaky faucets.
No leaky faucets.
That's actually really nice.
I get that, to be honest. If I saw the inside was like that, I'd get that.
Do you know what? To be absolutely honest, with something like that, although I'm normally like, I wouldn't do that because that was a place of religion for other people. I think if you've got somebody like us unlike a lot of you guys who respect
Yeah.
spirits and things, especially when you go on investigations and you respect them. I think if you got people like that living in a place like that, you wouldn't have any problems because they would respect you and they know you don't mean them any ill, and you're not going to dig up the annexes out the front. And if you can see me squirming, it's because I'm trying to put my sock on.
To be honest, you could clean the headstones and just fence them off. So then you have a separate part of the garden, and the rest of them is just a place of rest. As long as you stay respectful of what they were before it turned into a house, I'm sure.
What do you guys think? Would you buy it freehold or leasehold? No, it's freehold. Would you? I mean, if I had the money, I think I would, because that looks lovely inside. It really does. I think too many people are looking at it and seeing the graves and going, "Oh no!" But
the inside looks amazing.
We could have it, and we could do investigations there. I'd just like, come on, you lot, come into the front garden.
To leave our house, we could just get the K2 meter out.
Yeah. Do you know, I've got a K2 meter under the bed. That's because there's some spooky goings on.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't want someone that would buy it, knock down the headstones.
Like Karen Jin.
Because it's technically their property. They can knock down the headstones, reseed all of it. You wouldn't want someone like that. You'd want someone that would actually respect them, clean off the headstones from all the dirt and anything that they've got, and respect the area.
And that leads me on to my other thing, which I think we touched on last week. But you've got a place like that, beautiful. It's got some, people in there who have passed over. And as we all know, that once you pass over, your meat covered vehicle has gone, but you are still doing whatever you're doing. You've gone off to let's all chip in. We'll have a party. We can.
I got paid today. I can give £20.
We can have the place, and we can let whatever teams that we think are respectful and this, that, and the other. I'm not silly.
You mean the ones that don't shout at ghosts and or their partners?
Yeah, and things like that, and like ones that say at the moment who are ignoring all the bans on not going out, but that's another matter. But we could always get it, and we could always hire it out. Oh, how I've missed a Have you? Have you seriously missed the Dark Matter show, mate? Thank you.
I hope I'm doing you proud. I know that I'm no Kerry, but can hold a candle.
No, I have asked Kerry if she'd like to come on here, but she can't because of her ties to her show that she's doing, and they're not allowed to go on other shows. So you never know.
Understandable.
Sometimes Carl Hutchinson might be coming back on because we have spoken, and he said he might jump on now and again. So that'd be even good, even better. But
I quite like the dynamics of the show, how it is, because obviously I'm adopted, right? But he's still my dad. And
she's not adopted. I will say, look, your name's not on the list. You're not coming in.
You're wearing a red shirt. Get it.
What was that sign language thing?
If anyone knows sign language, I don't know.
So, no, she's not adopted. She is my youngest daughter. My eldest daughter was here half an hour ago.
So when I went and got your beer, I forgot, because you're not allowed to buy alcohol for other people. I was speaking to her and I was like, I'm getting alcohol for my dad. He is older than me. She was like, okay, that's good. She didn't even ID me. That's the thing.
To be fair, you do look like you're about 12.
Right, but I'm not.
She's actually nearly 20. You wouldn't think it.
I'm starting retirement soon.
And she's a tattoo artist as well. In fact,
no, not.
Hang on. It's got wood stain on it. Let me get rid of the wood stain. Carry on talking amongst yourselves.
I'm not actually a tattoo artist. Yeah, I'm going to college, but I'm
training. No, you couldn't spell it properly. You said I'm going to collage. Collage.
Okay.
And here it comes. Here it comes, Ness, everybody.
What's that, Dad?
That is my alien's head.
Oh.
You see what we did there?
I've heard some people have had some alien heads, actually.
I was young. I needed the money. I gave it a negative to burn them. Oh, we're live. Right.
Cool.
Unfortunately, because she is a carbon copy of me, and literally we have the same personality, everything, don't we?
Yeah.
Literally, you poor cow. Aliens! So my ex hates that fact. Just put that in there. hates the fact that she is a carbon copy of me.
Cool.
So the job's a good one.
Reason I don't live with her.
And I think this is why we the show's like it is, and that's why also I like all the other guys at HAPRC, because it's like a family, isn't it?
Yeah,
and we're always talking to each other every day, and I love it when they jump on and we all start talking and this, that, and the other. This is why I've been saying, join us.
We're not a cult. We are not a cult.
I'm not a what?
Cult.
Oh right, okay.
But join us.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really welcoming. Like the first day that I was added to the group and to everything, we explained that we're going to be a group. We're going to do this, but I'm going to say mother and son, father and daughter. Straight away, they were like, "Oh yeah, we love you."
Yeah,
So
and
sweet.
it's been brilliant, because Neil was on Parasearch with us as well. He had his own show on there, and we've literally just went, because Parasearch unfortunately had to close, so we've just taken the show, and it's our show now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I like it,
and we're here. I'm just glad that we've been going for the last 3 years, because I don't think it would be like this, and I don't think the dynamic would be like this. But you've put up with listening to me shouting aliens for the last 3 years.
Yeah. There was one show where you shouted aliens like every 3 minutes. It was aliens.
That's because my job when Kerry was on was to make. I would get, because when we were doing it before, nobody could see us on camera. We could see each other on camera because it's all done via through Skype and everything. So we could see, like, say Kerry was just going, or something like that. Yeah. And I would just keep doing my main mission was to find the alien link, no matter what the topic was to find the alien link, and I would shout it out, and then you'd see her go, oh shit.
Well, you could be talking about like K2 meters and things like, well, you know who invented them.
So I swear I just saw a ghost behind you. Ah, there's a South African. Okay. Anyway, to be fair, you guys did nightly shows for 3 years, so. Oh, thank you, mate. Oh. Appreciate it. Considering
I only joined in occasionally, and I never had this much airtime.
I think you came on 3 shows.
Yeah.
And that was like one of them. We did about one of the shows we did, which was actually really interesting, where it was, can energy be put into tattoos, or can tattoos be paranormal, and this, that, and the other. And I actually wrote a little story. Remember that? And that was a banging story as well. And I wrote it, and we brought Taylor in for the
Speaking
tattoo.
of that, have you?
No.
Written... Okay. Let's answer that one. The viewers at home,
yes,
want to know if you've written more on your Squatchy story, or are you just not disclosing it yet?
I have actually written a little bit more, but when I read out our Squatchy story, my Squatchy book that I'm writing, when I read it out last week, the internet went boobs up, and you didn't get to hear it.
Oh, the internet. If we do cut out, I'm really sorry. The internet has been.
It's been
horrible.
Lousy. It's been lousy, but that's because everybody and his dog is using the internet, because they're at home and they want their fix of Pornhub. So, you know.
Do you know, this is, so if you tuned in last week, I mentioned a certain website that said, don't worry, the servers won't crash, even though everyone's going to be looking us up. He just mentioned that server. Don't ask how I know. Okay, I saw it on Facebook.
You're 19. How do you know this stuff?
I saw it on Facebook.
Why is he down here?
I saw it on Facebook.
It's free. There you go. Carry on.
Anyway, I saw a post on Facebook that said it. I'm going to turn red now. Oh no, Dad.
Just carry on. Carry on. You're doing fine. You're doing really well.
Really well. Oh, you need to stop being so much like me. What was I saying? Dad, take over.
Pornhub.
Oh, right. Yeah, they made a post that said, don't worry, our servers can. Why am I telling you? They made a post that said, don't worry, our servers can hold pretty much everyone Googling it, like at any point. Carry on. Please.
Come on, give her a clap for that one. Ladies and gentlemen, my daughter Taylor. Advertising Pornhub for you.
See me on there. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Ooh. I wonder why that pug was looking dodgy. Right.
Do you know what Becky calls them? Do you know what Becky calls my pugs?
Be careful, be careful, be
I'm
careful.
not going to say it.
No.
My beloved children, right? Love them more
She
than
has.
him.
You have seen the paranormal pooches in this house. We have Ghost of German Shepherd, and beside her, that little black thing there, that is one of the pugs. It can, yes, it has. The servers back at Pornhub have actually got dispenser things beside each unit for each server, and it's got it dispenses baby wipes, so people come along and go, oh my god, slime has been here, and they just wipe it. Can you imagine having that job and being paid to do that?
You're gonna make me gag.
Really? Are you gonna gag?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Stop. No, stop, because I'm imagining chunks. I don't want to imagine chunks, but I am. Let's carry on with the next thing, because I'm actually gonna gag.
Got a joke for you. It is after Watershed. How do you know if your man's had too much protein? Because you have to chew after a blowjob. Anyway, as I was trying to say, are you going to spew?
No, I'm back. We're okay. We're okay.
You don't need a knife and fork or anything.
No.
Anyway, I can't
squeegee.
Oh God, can that? And it just.
Can we just carry on? We're getting off track. We've got 40 minutes left. 44 minutes.
Okay, anyway, what was I talking about?
24. What
was I talking about? The book.
Swallow it. Sorry. They apologise straight after.
They're chewy, not chunky. Like, oh, he's gone. The black pug that was back here, that was chewy. So called because when he talks.
It just came out.
You're getting worse, mate. They're just getting worse. You can see the tumbleweeds going past.
Where has this radio show gone? Where has it gone?
To Pornhub, apparently.
Say aliens, then we can get it back on track.
Aliens!
Okay, there we go.
Okay. The book, didn't get to read it I did read it out last week, but the internet went absolutely up the creek. So if anybody would like me to read a little bit of my book that I am seriously really writing, I'll read. I can read out the funniest bit. It's the Diary of a Bigfoot, and it's literally. Can you stop trying to make my daughter gag, please? Just did it. That's normally his job, but you know.
Yeah, it will seem more than I almost spat my drink out then. I was like, oh no. The regret straight away.
This is getting worse.
Who is that? Because that's actually really funny.
Wayne.
Is that Wayne?
I think it's either Wayne or Paul.
Wayne or Paul?
That sounded like a new episode on Pornhub. Wayne or Paul. We're just not going to go any further with that one. That's what she said. So, a tiny bit of my book. I don't know when it's going to be published.
Read the.
I'm going to read that one.
I like this one.
Yeah.
My birthday one. I really like that
one. All right. I'll read 2 little tiny bits out. If you'd like me to.
No, we'll do them at the end of the show because I actually want to continue it and we can end it with a funny.
Yeah. All right. We'll do that.
I'll pull that out. I promise. Tap me on the back of the head. Not me. Oopsie. I didn't mean me. I just meant it was a. I didn't mean that.
Scotty, I have a whole bag of shush with your name on it. Now, as I was trying to say.
I'm funny. He's smiling. It's fine. He forgives me for the lemonade.
What, the lemonade going over my laptop and the fact that every now and again the screen keeps going. Have you noticed that?
Does it work?
Yeah, it does.
Is it working?
It just seems to be working.
Yeah, that's right.
Dear, oh dear. I like everybody in the chat room tonight.
Yeah,
you guys are really going along with it, and it's sorted.
I like it.
That's what I meant to ask. Talking of aliens, right? What is going on with all this conspiracy nonsense that's coming out at the moment? I mean, I believe in aliens. I do believe in intelligent life from other planets because let's face it, when you look at our illustrious leaders, intelligent life doesn't exactly come to mind. But all these things that are coming out, that the reptilian leaders are going to be doing this, that, and the other. The Queen is going to be addressing the nation on, I think it's Sunday, and they're going, oh, the reptilians are coming. No, it's bloody Easter, you idiots. You know, you've got people saying that the 5G towers are giving everybody coronavirus. No, 5G towers are known and proved to be a carcinogenic. They give you cancer. They wipe out flocks of birds that fly anywhere near it. They do all this horrible stuff, but they don't actually give you a virus.
Because the coronavirus is, along with the coronavirus.
Coronavirus, sponsored by Red Stripe Beer.
No, we are not. But the coronavirus comes along with pneumonia. Is it pneumonia?
It's like massive bad flu.
Tell me how 5G can give you pneumonia or a flu.
5G can make you very unwell. Too much EMF,
I agree with that.
EMF, you can hallucinate if it's too bad. You can feel sick. You can get headaches and this, that, and the other. Some of the symptoms of flu. Not a virus. You cannot go into lockdown for a 5G tower. What? Apparently, the same-sex marriages are caused by the coronavirus. I have no idea which person said that because you're coming up as Facebook user, but no.
Whoever told you that, you need to tell them to get back in the bin, because don't get me started on that.
Whoever said that, did they by any chance have a penchant for their cousin?
Yes. I'm sorry. They fought so hard to get same-sex marriage and they still get crap for it. Why? If me and a man can marry, why can't me and another woman, or a man and another woman? It's the same thing. Don't get me started.
Have they started something?
They have started something.
Right.
It's chunky.
No, that's only if you got chew too much. Are you done?
Yeah,
you okay? Got access to?
No, I haven't, but let's have to carry on.
Right. On my own personal note, to do with that, I don't care if you're gay, bi, straight, a Wellington boot. If you are my friend and we get on and we're like this, and I respect you and you respect me, I don't see what on earth your sexuality's got to do with it.
It's just
if you are my friend, you're my friend, and I don't give a monkey's what you do, as long as I don't see it. Don't want to see it because no.
It comes from about 5 religious figures around the world. Inbreeding is a bad thing. Yeah, inbreeding. You need to stop. Listen, I know your cousin looks like you and you find him attractive. You need to stop.
Inbreeding, is that by any chance anything to do with the Tiger King? Just saying.
You're coming out with 3 eyes. You need to stop.
Did you see him there with his tooth missing and all his tattoos and his t-shirt? Okay. Well, like when I went and saw my husband.
Carol Vorderman, I know what you're up to. Where's your husband? Oh, let's not carry on with that. That's a bit controversial.
I actually don't know what she's talking about because I haven't seen that one.
You have seen it.
Have I?
They said that she fed her husband to the tigers.
That's not Carol Vorderman, you idiot. Carol Vorderman's the woman from Countdown. They have? Yeah. Oh, good. So you have just said that Carol Vorderman fed her husband to the tigers.
I mean, we don't know that, do we? No proof.
Shush! Now.
What was her name?
I can't remember, but apparently, so we have just been informed that a case has been reopened. Not Carol Vorderman. Carol Vorderman has not done anything to her husband. Well, she might have done, but not with a tiger. If it was with a tiger, that's called bestiality, and that's just wrong. So.
What does that mean?
Seen a documentary on it. Pass. Exactly. Taylor said to me about it and said, watch it, and I watched it, and it was literally like car crash TV. You couldn't take your eyes away from it because it was so bad. You know.
I'm glad I'm making you laugh today at my misfortune. Schadenfreude, is that what it's called?
Schadenfreude, yes, that's me. Schadenfreude. That literally said, well, no, it's us. It says our personality to a T. Schadenfreude, which is when you take joy in other people's misfortune.
Schadenfreude. Right. I appreciate it. At least I'm making you laugh.
And sometimes, if she goes to parties, it's Chardonnay Freude.
I don't think I've ever had Chardonnay.
No?
Mm-mm.
Some people in London call their children it.
I'm not up my own arse, so I don't know if I would have that.
Okay, right, fair.
No offense to anyone here that drinks it, but...
I mean people that call their children Chardonnay? Or people that drink Chardonnay?
To call their children Chardonnay.
who's that horrible outspoken woman who's on TV?
The called her daughter India.
Yeah, and then says, I don't like it when people call their children after tropical
Geographical.
locations. Yes.
India.
India?
What was her name?
Katie Hopkins.
Yeah.
Katie Hopkins, that's it. Katie, sorry if you're listening, love. You're done.
Get out of here. I mean, she won't be listening because we're talking about aliens and stuff, isn't it? So she's.
Have you noticed that?
Too much.
That is very much like Katie Hopkins.
Stop. Someone needs to point now.
You need to point now. Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Aliens. Yes. They're saying about the 5G towers, etc., etc., etc. They're now trying to say, because I keep up with all the latest UFO, paranormal, cryptid news, all that sort of stuff, and they're trying to say that because we've had cloud cover all the time since this has happened, and this, that, and the other, that New World Order and our alien overlords, they're coming down, they're sorting out this, that, and the other, and I don't know. You've got Project Bluebeam, which is supposedly going to happen. And Project Bluebeam, for those of you that don't know, is supposed to be a fake. What they're going to do to see how we, as a whole,
we would be out there like, hey, hello,
to see how we react. And quite frankly, full disclosure, I think these days, unless you are uber religious, it's not going to phase you because everybody knows there are aliens. Even the new Pope, who I think rocks it. I really like the latest Pope. He said there are aliens. Why not respect them? Why not this, that, and the other? He's even said that in the Vatican Vault, this, that, and the other artifacts and papers that come from elsewhere. His words.
We're making people miss drinks.
We're making people miss drinks.
I think this is our new Friday thing now.
What?
Drinking.
No, because I've literally had that much of a drink and that's all I've had. She hadn't even touched anything before she spilled lemonade all over.
I had a whole drink before I.
You had a whole. Can you say that without slurring?
I had a whole drink before I spilled the lemonade. You're welcome. They're living among us, I believe. I don't believe in the reptilian thing. I think that's absolute nonsense. All this the Queen is a reptilian, and Michael Barrymore does whatever with reptilians and this, that, and the other in swimming pools. I just no. He even said that Lucifer is the god of the Catholic Church the other day.
I think the new Pope is absolutely banging. He's spot on with everything. He's open for scientific research. He's open to alien life, intelligent life everywhere. Alien life, intelligent life everywhere else. And he's even opened up about how religion down throughout the centuries has said, good, bad, demons, angels. No, it can actually possibly be two different factions of aliens that have come in and are scrapping in the sky. So what's this? If you see some of the fuglies walking around Hull, you would be sure. We live literally
an hour.
No. We live about 25 minutes away from Hull. I have a lot of friends in Hull. Do you know what I really liked? Yeah, James, I completely agree. Was it Venice? Venice, where the water's actually gone back to being blue.
I told you about that.
And there's dolphins and this, that, and the other. And what made me laugh, really made me laugh, and I'm sure you guys who are watching us, listening to us, and you guys in the chat room, I need to make a statement right now. All this about the animals coming back, I noticed that in certain places in Wales, the goats and sheep have been coming back and walking without fear through town centres.
Why would that be, Dad?
No, just let that sink in a minute.
Okay.
A moment's quiet and a moment's peace and a moment's right on, brother, to the sheep and the goats who have had the guts to come back to Wales.
Just look at the viewers while this sinks in.
The sheep and goats have come back to Wales.
Do you think they go, oh, as the wind blows?
They have broken their cable ties. They are no longer attached to the street lamps. They are no longer leisure centres. They are free.
We're going off track. We need to bring it back. Bring it back. Just bring it back.
Bring it back. Bring it. Anyway, so yeah. did no goats. So what do you guys think about all this stuff about the alien overlords coming down? And this? I do agree that there's a lot of activity with military forces. I'm ex-military. Most of my family's ex-military. I'm an ex-sergeant. And I've seen an Osprey going over, wasn't it? Because we were in the back garden doing stuff, and I've looked. And for where we live in Yorkshire, you don't see ospreys. You'll hear chinnicks occasionally, and you'll see chinnicks occasionally. That's
there was
it.
an Apache as well.
Yeah. There's an Apache over there as well. That dog over there is called Patch. That one. That's Patch. That's Patch, the 17-year-old paranormal pooch.
Is she 17?
She is 17, nearly 18.
Big old.
But we're in the back garden, and all of a sudden we can hear this noise. And for those of you who are ex-military or in the military, you know what a chinook sounds like. You know what an osprey sounds like. And we were in the back garden, and an osprey went over, and I stopped what I was doing, and I'm like, sure, I can hear an osprey. And I looked up, and sure enough, osprey. And there was about 3 of them, wasn't there? There's about 3 ospreys, wasn't it? Yeah. And then there's been so many chinooks going over. There's been Apache helicopters, and there's been what's the other one? There's the Apache and the
the one that we saw.
The one with the big spy camera on the top. I can't remember what it's called.
Someone said bring on the apocalypse. I was talking to a tattoo artist. I said I was talking to him about the apocalypse, and I was like, hey, if this happens, who do you want me to cough on? And he was like, there's a few people.
Maggie Gibbons, you know Ghoul. We're not very far away from Ghoul.
We are 15 minutes.
Not even that. We're close to Ghoul. That's all I'll say. Available for birthdays and bar mitzvahs. Her, I'm not sure about, because she'll just spill lemonade all over your laptop.
Sorry, it's
no, not
fine.
AWACS. No, it wasn't AWACS. It was an Osprey. You know, the vertical takeoff and landing plane with the 2 engines that tilt.
They might be AWACS. There might be no name.
No, I know what an AWACS is. It's the big plane with the dirty, great big pizza on top. That's an AWACS. But anyway, where we are, there's been far more military manoeuvres and goings on than there ever has been since we've been here. And everybody's trying to say, oh, it's this and it's that, and they're getting ready because the aliens, the overlords are coming down, and this alien overlords coming down, and there's what was it? The reptilians, and I'm not a fan of this reptilian thing. I think there are aliens. I think they are amongst us, and I think the government has known for a very, very long time. And not just our government, but every government in the world has known all about it. And I think it's a case of technology swapping or in partnership with or whatever. I don't think they're necessarily here to probe us or anything like that. But I do think
one could be so lucky. John laughed. It's fine.
Anyway, I do think that we can learn from them, and I do think that there's good ones and there's bad ones, and you've also got the Nordic looking ones, you've got the Chinese looking ones. Ooh. Corona.
Someone's going back to the RAF.
Good on you. I was thinking about going back into the TA light infantry, but no, what they call now, the rifles. See, I've been in for a while, but I was in that. Anyway, everybody's trying to say it's alien agenda and alien this and alien that and New World Order. I do think there is something going on. I think we'd be remiss to say there isn't something going on.
Well, is it Prince Charles or King? Prince Charles, right?
We are running over time, but carry on.
No, we're not. 53 minutes, 50 seconds.
Oh, actually. So we're not. Yes. Oh, okay.
So, is it King Charles or King Charles, right?
He wishes. Prince Charles.
Prince Charles supposedly had the coronavirus and then got cured within a week. And then there's people that have it and haven't been cured in 3 weeks. So how do you explain that? Go on, Dad. Explain it. I
personally do not think he had it. I really don't think he had it. I think it was a bit of a publicity stunt just to make people go, oh, it can't be that bad if he's got it. You know, a bit of a placebo. And that's not, I don't mean it in a bad way. I do not mean it as a bad thing. That's what I think it was. Because for those of you who are frontline workers, those of you in the NHS and that, you know damn well you're not going to recover from the coronavirus within, 5 days, wasn't it?
If that.
3 days.
3 days.
3 days. You're not going to recover from it in that time. No chance.
Someone's friend is in the TA in Gold.
Maggie, are you from up here? Are you? Are you from up here? Do you know us? Do you? Do you really? Oh, oh. She wanted us, sir.
I've got 5 minutes. Do you want to read your squatchy?
Would you like me to read out my bit of the book I'm writing? Would you? Please, let's see in the comments. If you say yes, I'll do it.
Dad believes in that too.
Yeah. You're on about the Anunnaki, aren't you? And the Book of Enki and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, because in our evolution, and I think it's within the space of 20,000 years, we went from pooping in our hands and clapping to farming, agriculture, civilization. And in evolutionary terms, 20,000 years, that's not a long time at all. That's like that, you know. And there's no way we went from basically being Gigantopithecus squatchy to what we are now.
Yeah, she used to live there, but she got early release.
One of our listeners used to live in Gould, got early release. For those of you, before I read you out this bit and then we say goodnight, for those of you who like us and want to add us on Facebook, we are on there. Look for Mark Manley, Manley, not the alien guy, and look for Taylor May. It's Taylor-May, spelled M-A-E, and then Manley.
I didn't consent to him giving my Facebook out, but it's already too late because someone else has already had me, so it's fine. You can add me. It's fine.
You did, but shut up. Right. So, would you like to hear me read out a little bit from a book?
Oh, look. This is something to bring up in the next show.
What's this?
I work with COVID that NHS given up on. Oh.
Contact me. We'll talk about it.
Right. I don't know your name because it just comes up as Facebook user, so message Dad.
Right, I'll read you literally 2 days out of the life of a Sasquatch from his personal diary, because I did read it last week and the internet just
the Wi-Fi was not great.
Right, October the 14th, 2019, and when if ever the book ever comes out, you've got to, when you read it in your head, it's got to be done like you know, the dog on Facebook and on YouTube who the guy does the voice for it and he goes, you know that bacon I got? You know that bacon one? Yeah. You've got to do it in that voice in your head, right? So, October the 14th, 2019. Oh, I stood behind the third big tree from the left today. It exhilarating. And now this one, which you like, isn't it? October the 19th. Bear in mind, Mr. Squatchy's missus has complained at him, says he smells like a rancid goat and skunk, and he needs to do something about his cleanliness and trimming. Okay? So, October the 19th, 2019. Oh, me don't know what happened to me. Me got to the humans' campsite by the lake. You know, the one with the bestest berries and bushes to hide and scare humans in. They always have the fire thingy when they sit around drinking that strange stuff in the shiny case. And they make this strange noise from their bottom. So I says to myself, Squatchy, they have the fire. I make trim for Mama Foot with the fire. Not a good idea from the very start. So me waited till the humans had gone inside the strange nest, and me grab the stick out of the fire. Held it to my wobbly things, and that is all me remember. Me wake up, and Mama Foot is looking at me. Mama Foot is his missus, and she said to him, "What the himmin flip did you do, Squatchy? Me follow you to the human camp, and as me know, you're not the brightest Squatchy, so me had to follow you. Me saw you get the fire, me saw you hold it to your wobbly. Then the next thing me know, you are screaming and bellowing like him and Mad Uncle Squishy. And you run, arms waving into the air, wobbly on fire, into the woods. Luckily for you, you trip over the tree root and bang the thick head. But your noise made other humans come running out of the nest thingies. And they were looking like very mad, angry humans. They all saw you, screaming, arms waving, running straight at them with your wobbly on fire. The biggest one of them screamed and fell asleep. The others all ran into the lake and were yelling at each other to get the thingy they take paintings with. Camera. and to grab the microphone, what's it thing. I go over to you, and I are dragging you back to the den. Me had to cover your wobblies in their medicine leaves and stop their little footlings, their children, from trying to put a tiny mouse in them. You silly squatchy, all me wanted you to do was take a leaking bath and wash off the skunk. The very next day, October the 20th. Oh, me very sore. Me not do that again. And how did the tiny mouse get in
Someone commented.
there? That is a little bit from my book that I'm in the middle of writing. Hope you enjoyed it. You never know, there might be a little bit more of that to come. But what's this?
Don't read it out loud.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
I won't read that out loud. No, not at all. But hope you enjoyed the show. Next week it'll be the same usual Friday night shenanigans where we find lots and lots of stuff from the latest news, and we might start doing a bit of a theme, talking about various torture. That's a good one. Anyway,
I can tell you about the place that we went in Belgium. Innit?
Oh, the castle, the big scary castle with all the Iron Maiden stuff.
Yeah.
So
Kinky stuff.
Yes. Anyway, it is a good night from Taylor.
Good night.
It is good night from myself, the alien guy, Mark Manley. Mark. Good night from Sheldon in Wire, the alien person. And it's good night from my missus who sat over there. Shout out good night. And this is good night from the doggers as well. Isn't that right, guys? Good night. So, yeah. See you later, guys, and see you next week.
Bye,
have a safe one. Stay at home. Don't go out.
Stay safe.